How's everybody doing? Make yourself comfortable because we are just getting started. Welcome. Today we're going to be playing Geisha, Yakuza Boss visual novel. Sexy man, visual novel. Viejo sabroso, un dilf. Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time, I would say. It is yandere, but I think it's one of the lower ends, just like good times. How you doing though? Hey Jikai, how you doing as well? Enjoy the stream, relax and drink some tea if you want. I always tell people, I always say, hey, go drink some, get yourself something to eat and something to drink. It's not just an intro. You should get yourself something to drink and at least something to drink. Something to eat, sure, if it's the proper time as well. But you should definitely drink something, get something to drink. It's like 2-3 hours of stream, so like, you know what I mean? Hey Starlight, how you doing, Eris? Welcome, glad to have you here. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and hype the video as well. It does help, please do it if you can. Hey Zali, how you doing as well? Glad to have you here. How you doing? Hey Mizuki, Eris, Alexa. Hey Faye!
Every just resubbed on Twitch on a 0-month streak.
Thank you so much. Whoop. How you doing? My favorite lurker and mod. How you doing as well? Glad to have you here. Hey Tsukino, how you doing as well? Hey Grumpy Cat, how you doing, Jomi? Feels good to be back. How you doing? Spent so much time this week working, it's crazy. There you go. Oh yeah, it's been a wild ride, I would say. Oy. I'm also crunchy as well. I'm good. How about you, kid? I'm doing good. Just the usual work. Just been very busy, but you know, just things are getting done for affectionate. Writing some stuff. I am streaming as well. YouTube changed some stuff on the view counter, so they're like kind of like counting more views, but they're paying less per view. I don't know if it's gonna change anything. Doesn't seem like it will. But yeah, that's something that they're doing as well. Hey, Kafekta, glad to have you here. Haven't seen you in forever. Where have you been? Hey Kate, how you doing as well? Gonna start hating my job. Great. What happened, Kate? What's going on? I thought you loved your job.
Says, did your bald pills arrive? And if
They did.
Yes, have you remembered to take them?
They did. They just arrived. Yes. I got the new bold pills. For some reason, they're bigger as well. I think it's because I'm getting more medication. I actually have a funny story to tell. Cause I went to a new doctor. I went to a fancy, smancy doctor, right? I went to a new doctor for a dermatologist. I just went there to get more medication. But you know what? Like, listen. If my coverage is gonna pay for the fancy doctor, I'm going to the fancy doctor, right? And like, sure, you know, hey, listen, that's just, if I'm going, I'm going. It's free, might as well, right? So I went there, did all the exams. It was fancy as hell. Cool, very nice. But then she gave me the medication, and you know, minoxidil, finasteride, the usual. But then she gave me a vitamin complex, and I was like, sounds good as long as my hair grows better. I don't see a bad reason not to take the fancy vitamins. Hey Tamasoso, how you doing as well? Yeah, lots of new people here. That's why you're here, guys. But that's that, right? That's that. We got that. But then I went into actually buying the thing. And first, it was fine. It was the same price. I was like, cool, it's just medication, so it's probably gonna be like, I don't know, $100, $50 more. It was double the price. And the worst part is, they had quoted me for the medication had quoted me for one price, and then I paid for it, but then they said, oh, we made a mistake, we put the wrong number. And then they gave me the actual proper place and it was double the price. I was like, why is it double? And it was like, oh, it's because one of these vitamins is crazy expensive. And I didn't see that because they made a mistake in the receipt. So the first payment I made, which I thought was going to be the whole payment, was just half of it. So yeah, it turns out I'm paying double the price for this thing. Now, it's not crazy. It's kind of crazy, but it's not like, it's not going to, you know, ruin my month or anything like that. But I think I paid like $1,000 Brazilian dollars, which is like $200. This shit better make my hair sparkle. You I hit my cable on the thing. This shit better make my hair fucking sparkle. You understand me? for vitamins. It's okay, so it's not just vitamins. It's vitamins. There's like a complex thing. It's just basically hair vitamins. Now I'm gonna say, it is my fault, because I did went to the expensive doctor. I did went to the expensive doctor. Of course the doctor's gonna be like, what are you, poor? I'm like, yeah, I'm poor. Please, don't, can you not put the fucking really expensive vitamin on my medications? That's too crazy. So,
Starlight
one
Line
was covered
says
by the-
you
the
better become
coverage.
shampoo ad worthy after paying all that.
It's not shampoo, it's literally this. You see how, like, this is a lot bigger than the last one that I had? Look. This is because this is like a big vitamin complex. You know? So yeah. It is my fault. Hey, listen. I went to the inexpensive doctor and I forgot to tell her that I'm on coverage. So like, don't give me the fucking really expensive medication. I'm not that, like, it's crazy. I didn't read the fine print. I didn't know. And to be fair, it's kind of unfair because they quoted me for a different price. So when they quoted me for the same price, how was I gonna know? How was I gonna know that the actual price is like double? Because they quoted me for the wrong price. So I think that's kind of unfair, but that's also on me. To be fair, I did went to the expensive doctor and I was like, your hair gets so sparkly, you can land some jobs in the shampoo industry. I mean, I am kind of bald in a little bit. She actually did say, like, when I get to my 40s, I should probably do a hair transplant. Which, to be fair, it keeps getting better and better. The only thing is that, like, it's crazy expensive. Like, I think a hair transplant is like $2,000. You know what I mean? No, actually, $4,000. $4,000 in Brazil. But to be fair, it's a really fancy one. It's the one that doesn't leave a scar. It's the one that, like, genuinely is life-changing. So I kind of see it in the sense of, like, it's kind of like those, like, jaw surgeries that I've done to, like, fix the insane amount of teeth that I had. Because I did pay, not jaw surgery, it's, because I had 7 extra permanent teeth when I was a kid. So I had to do, like, some crazy, like, dental surgeries to, like, make sure that the face would develop properly. So I kind of see it in that sense, but at the same time, I'm not paying for that right now. I'm keeping my bald spots. It's kind of slight as well. If you notice, it's like, you see this? This is just supposed to be like here. So it's not crazy, especially because I have long hair. You know what I mean? But it's like, maybe in the future, once you get to like 40s, you might as well look into that. You know what I mean? Or are you gonna what? You're gonna what? I got what you asked for. Because your hair gets so sparkly? Or are you gonna enter the hat era soon? Nah. I hate hats. If I got super crazy bald, I would just shave it off. You know what I mean? Nah. Because the thing is, like, I don't have a great head to be bald because I got a crazy gigantic dome. As you can see, right? So this would be, like, crazy big. But I would just shave off. Like, I think balding is a lot uglier than bald. You know what I mean? I sure you cannot have, like, a great head to be bald. But I think you look a lot uglier if you let the bald spots just, like, showing off than just, like, shaving it and just, like, owning the bald head. Especially because, like, I got a pretty full beard, so I can just, like, do the beard, the beard and bald spot combo. But I'm not. That's not right now, so I'm enjoying my long hair. That's why I take these expensive medications. I'm still mad. I'm still kind of mad about paying that much for medication. It's so expensive. Why did I go into the expensive doctor thinking that I could afford it? It was hubris. It was hubris, okay? It was hubris. I thought because my coverage would afford it that I should have gone to the expensive doctor instead of just, like, you know, it was so nice as well. It was so nice as well. The doctor was like so clean. It was like cool. They had like modern equipment and shit. It was so nice. It was so nice. Gonna cook something up on Discord. Are you gonna AI slop me bald? Please don't. My self-esteem is already pretty fragile. I was an ugly kid when I was in high school. Or at least if you're gonna do it, Photoshop me.
If he is, Casey says, hi, can he chat? Sorry I'm late. Please don't be mad at me. I'm washing my hair and my hair texture takes an hour or 2 hours to be washed, especially with the buildup I have Kindred. Nice.
I thought of a redeem that I'm gonna add. You know the corner thingy where like it shows up like when you're playing Life is Strange. It's like Kindred, bro. Remember that. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add a toggle to the stream that's gonna be like Kindred, bro. Remember that. Every time you guys do something to like bother me. I'm just kidding, of course. You go shower. Don't be stinky in my chat. We shower in the stream, okay? Hey, Jinadru, how you doing as well? But yes, I understand. I mean, how many times I've gotten late, but I will remember that. How dare you? I will cry. Hey, Alana. Real quick, I just want to add, your hair literally looks majestic. Thank you. We were just complaining about the really expensive medication that I'm taking to fucking keep it that way. Oh, speaking of fun stuff as well, GTA 6 trailer, right? Came out. Let's go react. I actually was saving myself because I want to watch it. I want to watch it with you guys, right? I want to watch it with you guys. Where's the new trailer? Do you guys know? Do you guys have a link to the one that just came out? Long live. Brushing my hair is gonna start self-cleaning now. Not even close to the most diabolical thing I said. Did it now? Yeah, there's a new trailer. There's a new GTA 6 trailer. Can I rant a little bit? Can I give my opinions on like GTA 6? Because I've been seeing some people and like love it or hate it, right? You can love GTA 6, you can hate GTA 6. This game is gonna be gigantic. Like this game is gonna be gigantic. I am a bit of a hater of these companies fucking being predatory like crazy, of like cutting off physical media, doing what's his name, really more expensive like early access and like stuff that is crazy expensive. But to be fair, if there was a game that's gonna be like $80, it's gonna be GTA 6. Like Rockstar never really disappoints. If it's gonna be like a crazy good game, but it is kind of crazy, right? It is kind of crazy. For years I fought 5'5". Just recently I learned that I'm actually 5'3". I heard you can play on the trailer. Does anybody have a link? Does anybody have a link on hand? Or do I gotta fish it for myself? Because I forgot to like save it, so I don't have it on hand. Oh, yeah, by the way, the game that we're playing today is Geisha. This is the game that we're playing. It is made by Meg Umi. It's about a YAKUZA DILF, and we are Geisha. People are asking if this is BL. I don't know. Can we make BL? No, it's a female MC. Okay, never mind. I mean, we can headcanon it. I am a man playing it, so... But yeah, we're a female MC, Geisha. I mean, it's, you know, part of the course. It is a Geisha, you know? I don't know if there were male Geishas in history. At least commonly so. You know? So, yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Fuck yeah. It looks very pretty though. I will say, I love about these like indie novels is that they have gorgeous artworks. And I can a lot more respect something like this that is like well taken care of and like well cared for than a AI slopify whatever else. You know what I mean? 1000%. 1000%. Oh yeah, spoiler, he shaves, don't get attached to the beard. Yeah, that is loses points for shaving. How dare you? Although if I remember correctly,
Starlight Line says Spoiker, he shaves. Don't get attached to the beard.
Although if I remember correctly, Japanese people think it's they think it's ugly to keep facial hair, which I think is fucking bullshit, you know. L Japan, come on now. That is disgusting. How dare you? Beards are fucking awesome. I'm a trans mask gay, I will make it gay. You can run, but you can't escape my fantasies. I will make it gay. As long as it's fictional, of course. Don't do that to real people, though. Hey, Chisai. Hey, Francis. We're gonna experience breakdown in common by panic, is it? I mean, yeah. I am no stranger. I mean, my novel as well is... I saw some people getting some bi panic like crazy with my novel. This is mine, by the way. This is a fictionate. You can see it on Steam as well. The demo is on Steam as well, by the way, if you want to play it. This one is mine, and I saw some people simping for Hannah as well as for Jordan and Rhett. Not many people simp for Mark, though, which is kind of sad. He's my gamer boy. He's my gamer boy representative. The only straight man in this story is Mark. It's kind of funny as well. But yeah, this one is my little novel as well. I saw a react of somebody playing it yesterday. I posted on Discord as well. It was a Brazilian gal, and she was very funny. She was like, "Diva, you be the Lulu Diva," and I was like, she got it. So she clocked Jordan for being gay so fast. I was actually kind of like, hey, yo, her gaydar is fucking out of this world. She like immediately like, oh, Jordan, oh, crop top is either bisexual or gay. He dresses too well to be a straight man. I was like, yes, but fuck you. That was way too fast. What the hell? That was crazy fast. Like, she's not wrong. That was the thought process when I designed Red. I designed the clothing of the characters, and Alexa put it to paper, and then Nyla drew it. But I chose those clothes and design aspects, right? And I was like, that's kind of crazy. Clocking that gay man was that if she was not also a diva, that would be kind of homophobic. I'm just kidding, of course. I'm just kidding. Mark has golden retriever vibes. He is. He's a golden retriever boyfriend. He's just not blonde and white. He's the golden retriever boyfriend. He's a gamer boy. He's the gamer boy golden retriever boyfriend. You know what I mean? Class and that, by the way. That's awesome. Oh, thank you. I've been putting a lot of effort into the novel. It's just because, like, it takes a long time, right? Like, I don't want to rush Nyla and everybody else to, like, do artworks that are kind of like, I want them to go all out on the artworks, on the render, on the, especially because like once it's done, right? Once it's done, there's not much else to do. So, you know, like there's no point in rushing just to like get it out instead of like making sure that it's gonna look fine, that it's gonna look great, it's gonna be properly rendered, right? And yes, although it is a little bit annoying because it's, you know, like, it's so hard not having the game earn any money for the time being. I know that there's Patreon, and some people have been very generous to support with memberships, with donations, with Patreon. But I don't like calling to action all the time, being like, don't subscribe, donate. You know, memberships, Patreon. I mean, I do tell people, just so they know, because, you know, like, a lot of people are coming and going on the stream. But I don't like pushing people all the time because it makes me feel kind of icky. I know how hard money is right now for people in the economy. I mean, it is hard for me as well, but I don't like doing that. You know what I mean? I want people to support me if they can and if they want to. So much hate being thrown tonight. You and me not beating the sassy gremlins allegations. Your characters look amazing. Oh, that's just Nyla. Nyla and Alexa, crazy good artists. You know what I mean? They that's just their talent. The visuals is just one. I mean, I know I chose them handpicked in the same way that like the music, everything is like, I'm very picky about my work. Oh, it's on the street. I thought my computer was making a noise and I was like kind of scared. I saw. And I was like, was my computer doing this? No, it's just... Okay. Well, could you hear my heart sank? That was kind of scary. What the fuck? I could ask my friend to play the demo of your game someday. Please do. Share with friends. Share with people. It's a fictionate. It's on Steam. Yes. Can I ask, did you plan for Red to look like you? No. It doesn't look like me. Red looks like those Pinterest motorcycler guys. Just because he has long hair doesn't mean he looks like me, guys. You guys are crazy. I think it's because I'm voicing him too, because I mean, I don't have money to hire people right now. Voice actors are a little bit more expensive. But you know what I mean? This is the moment you realize. I do not think Red looks like me. Here. This is what Red is supposed to look like. Here. Let me pull up the Pinterest board that I had for him. This is what I sent Alexa to do this. To do Red. Here. Also, Nyla's art style as well.
Gilgalad says, remember YouTube gang, like the streams and leave a hype. Only works on mobile for now though.
Motorcycle men. There you go. Here, this is the kind of guy that Red is. You know, messy hair. You know, like thirst trapping with bikes. You know what I mean? If you go, like, if you keep looking, I believe there's, like, ones where there's, like, these messy-looking guys in front of the mirror with long hair. Do I have it here saved? Let me see if I have it saved on the board. Do I have it saved on my board? Saved. Let's see if I can find. All pins. Let's see if I can
Crescency says he totally looks like you.
I wish. Yeah, here's one. Here's one. Here's another one. Here's another one. These three are the ones that I sent, I think. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's like long hair, kind of messy. Yeah, this kind of guy, this kind of guy. You see what I mean? This was the vibe that we were going for, Red. These kind of like, because it's supposed to be kind of inspired by these book talks. Book talk kind of guys. You know? The theme of the novel is playing on the tropes that people romanticize. So it's gonna be book talk. It's gonna be dating scenes. It's gonna be these stories.
Member on YouTube for
and how would they be in real life? You know what I mean? Also, hey, thank you, Kafecta, for the resub. Happy 6 months. Crazy. It's already been 6 months. Also, here, remember, I'll spend my adult money well. Please support me. Thank you very much, Kafecta, for the 10 euros and also the membership as well. I think we are at like 5 members on YouTube, so thank you very much. That is very generous of you. Please support me with your so we can get a fiction at least done. Yes. Also, something that I wanted to do is I don't want to do subathons yet, because I actually didn't celebrate the anniversary of the channel. It was supposed to be in August and I completely forgot because I was swamped with work. So I think we're gonna do one big celebration, probably in October or maybe next month. Because we still gotta celebrate the anniversary of the channel, right? It's 6 years. And we could do something with the Fictionate as well. Either that or we could do smaller events. There was also somebody that I mentioned the idea because another streamer did it, and I kind of like wanted that idea of doing like drinking streams.
Cofector just super chatted 11.66. Also, when I'm here and I remember, I'll spend my adult money well.
Thank you, Cofector. That's very sweet of you. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me, genuinely. Thank you very much. Everybody thank Cofector as well, and everybody that supports the channel. Where could I put Bold Kid? You can put it in memes. You can put it in memes as well. Also, well, you had to do it, didn't you? You had to do it. Looks and sounds like a great game. Everybody that's been playing, because we've had a few reactions, right? Here, let me pull it up. Affectionate. We've had a few reactions. Affectionate. Affectionate. It's not affectionate, it's affectionate. Yeah. We had a few reactions, right? This was the diva that played it yesterday. She was awesome. But yeah, Black Rose as well. She was the first one, the first few that played it. She was awesome as well. She voted so hard, it was actually kind of funny. There was Affectionate, there was Darcy, that was mine. Blurdy is also, Blurdy I think was the first one, and she like popped off with that one. She got like crazy good views for the game. And there was Kali. Oh yeah, the Retsu as well. He played it as well. That was kind of super cool. He's a Brazilian YouTuber as well. Sade as well. She played it. This is part 2. Oh yeah, I always have issues pronouncing Eps Leon. he also played it as well. Yeah, there's a few people that played it. There's a few people.
I prefer
Sigil,
Muprekin Law.
News, Snowda's Music. That's mine. Oh yeah, Jitter as well. Jitter's Yoshi also played it. I remember. Sausim. I also saw. Yeah, I saw that. I replied to all of these. I watched all their gameplays. Goose. Yeah, I played all of them. Yeah, Raven, I commented on this one as well. All these people played the game, and a lot of fun reactions. I think the only ones that, like, complained was, like, about my very amateur editing on the voices, which, fair. I don't know how to edit audio. So it has, like, some mouth clicks and stuff like that, which is, I'll probably send it to somebody, like, to be able to fix it. I just don't know. I just don't know how to do it that well. Especially because I'm using Audacity anymore instead of, like, Audition. That one is a little easier to do, so I loved it so much. I put a lot of work into it. You know what I mean? I put a lot of work into it. I think people would enjoy, you know, and it's something that I can expand upon as well. So, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's get into the game, shall we? Today's not about a fiction, today's about Geisha. Yes, let's get into the game, shall we? This one. It's on itch.io. It is a free demo. Let's check it out, shall we? Let us check it out. Boom, boom. Geisha. There you go. Alrighty. I gotta remember to put a disclaimer on my game saying that, like, people can play the music on stream. Because it's something that is always very hard to tell with these novels. There you go. What is this? Oh, little something that I learned about developing my novel. If you do something like this and you use icons, add a little pop-up that shows up that has the description, because I don't know, I thought this was gonna start the game, but then it just goes into the loading. If you hover, you can add a little pop-up that says like load, save, menu, right? Also, this one's hard to see as well. Isn't that start? Start. There you go. There you go. Some aspects of this game may differ from the actual world of geishas for the sake of the story. Do not expect... Yeah, I'm a weeb. I'm not a historian. Please. I am a weeb, not a historian. Let me have fun with geishas. Don't worry about it. Sorry. Alright, as long as it's not disrespectful. That was intended for a 16 and... I don't know if I can play this, guys. It has vulgar language. I don't know if my Christianites can play this novel. Never mind. Making notes about that UI, good point as well. I mean, it's just something that I learned because I had to make it as well. You know what I mean? It's an issue that I encountered when I was making mine, and it's just, if I can give advice, hey. Realized long ago that time forgives nothing. Not even the memory of better days. Not even those who need it smeared. It's Mary? 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 Mercy. Mercy the most. That might be, that's hard to read a little bit. I don't remember when I first came to that realization. Perhaps when in an attempt to remember yesterday, there was a fog so thick veiling my memories, it was impossible to see it through it. And where you can love being horny? Mentally 16? I'm mentally 5. Am I allowed to watch this? I'm scared. But I'm not scared of not remembering precisely. I'm scared of forgetting. What is my name? I am Kindred. What's your artistic name? It's Geisha. Big titty. Husbando. Wrong, wrong, wrong! Mrs. Kawa's piercing voice thundered deafeningly throughout the room. Every one of us froze in our positions. The music stopped for what felt like the umpteenth time in the class. I caught a myriad exhausted signs behind me. Even the musicians looked fed up. She started tapping her fan against the table in an impatient rhythm. What's gotten into you this morning? You're all hopelessly out of sync. Hey, Jackson. How you doing as well? My name's Nori. Hey, Nori. How you doing as well, friend? Well, it's because I've been practicing non-stop for hours. I was tempted to say. A dance teacher recently found out there would be a banquet for high-ranking officials where we were hired, and she had to let us catch a break. Although I suspect she's just using it as an excuse to take out her frustrations on us. The eyes hurt just watching you dance. You're all moving as though you were dancing on hot rocks. A commenter earned a few subtle eye rolls. Mrs. Kawa leaned back in her seat and pinned us with an icy stare. Do I really have to teach you all the basic steps all over again? Fine. Let's do it then. But I expect no mistake in this lesson, understood? Welcome to Mrs. Kawa's beginner dancing lesson. Wait, there's actual gameplay? There you revisit the basics of traditional dance, but be careful. You have to react quickly to her questions. Remember, use your logic. Good luck. Let's see. Let's start with the most basic one in fan dancing. When your fan is closed, where should you hold it? Behind your back, aside, in front of your body. Behind your back? Is that truly what I taught you? Your fan is like an extension of your body. Hold it in front of you to the public to see. I guess in front of you. There was no way to remember it. It was one of the first things you taught me when I began training. I don't know that, but I'm gonna say that I'm a good geisha. Which part of your body should I lead a turn? Your arm? Your arms, right? Good. Now all that's left is to put it into practice. Where's the fan's purpose in the dance? To become part of the story you're telling. This is why you must remember when you dance. The fan isn't just another object. It's an element of the story you're telling. It can represent something as delicate as a snowflake or a cherry blossom. Something as complex as the waves of the sea or the rain. I used to test, mind you. Well, fuck you. I'm not a delicate little flower. I'm a big hairy guy. Of course, I don't know shit about dancing. Fuck you, Chow. Why are you guys being sassy with me? Shut up. How do you represent flirtation? Cover your face with a fan, leave only one eye exposed. There's nothing more attractive to a man than indirect flirting. The beginner lesson with Mrs. Kawa is concluded. Your result was magnificent. You've shown that you're still the master of the basics of this skill. Mrs. Kawa is very pleased with your performance. Time has passed in a blink of an eye with lesson after lesson. Before I could realize it, the end of the day was fast approaching. That's actually a really interesting. What an interesting little thing where they have like, where they this is how they chose to. I like the cool UI. Actually making custom UI on Rempi is actually such a fucking nightmare, so I'm not gonna judge too hard. So yeah, it's actually kind of cool. Yeah, making custom UI. I made custom UI as well for my game. This is such a fucking pain in the ass to do. I don't judge them for being a little bit all over the place. Although it would be nice to have like the little bit more details on the chapter. It's kind of hard to see on the small image. Before I could realize that the end of the day was fast approaching. The sun was already hiding shyly among the buildings, and the sky turned an orange color with strokes of purple, giving it a majestic touch that reminded me of the color of amethyst. I turned the corner and the smooth, clean wood beneath my feet gave way to the tatami that creaks with age, and the atmosphere becomes old and crumpled. Of all the artists in the house, I want to see the dilf! I'm the only one with a room, far away from the others. It didn't bother me. If anything, many times I found comfort in the silence. But here comes the but. I suppose the kind of place you'd imagine when someone tells you about a haunted place filled with ghosts. Because nobody ever comes here, and I have neither the time nor motivation to clean it. Over time, it's become a place of many new interns avoided. Did I hear Dilf? Dilf! I heard the rumors that some girls coming from a house from work heard footsteps in the country out even, and there was no one around. Luckily, I've never been superstitious about those things. As I approached my room, I began to make out a hunched figure in front of my door. And how I wished it was a ghost. My pace slows, delaying the imminent confrontation, because of course, why else would a woman be looking for me if not to ruin what's left of my afternoon, and incidentally my existence in general. The sound of the old tatami creaking under my feet has made her aware of my presence. Her intense black eyes pierced me like a metal bar in a blazing fire, burning me. That look was scarier than any ghost you might encounter in the halls at midnight. In fact, she was a perfect ghost repellent. There were any ghosts left in these halls. Good evening, mother. She returned my greeting with a curt nod as she approaches me. I came to let you know that tonight you have a meeting with a client, the usual one. It wasn't even necessary for her to say who the client was. He had been the only one who had been attending during those last 3 months. Coming once a week, I was the only one that seemed to have the freedom to make a last-minute arrangement with mother telling him off. Him. I stifled a frustrated sigh, preferring to spare myself a murderous look from the woman in front of me. I confronted her about it many times, but all I ever got was a reprimand and some ungrateful yelling. I'm a simp and proud, not even to deny how much of a simp I am. It's okay, listen, we can embrace it here. Listen. Chat. This is a safe space for simping for fictional characters, you understand? Men, women, we're bisexual enjoyers in this class, alright? There's no shaming. There's no shame, okay? We can simp for dilfs, milfs, you know? As long as it's not that lolly shit, fuck that. But everything else, I'm game, alright? I'm an enjoyer of the finer things in life. God made Adam and Eve, not Adam or Eve. If God puts meat on my plate, I'm eating it. You understand me? If God puts meat on my plate, my heart comes out. Who am I to say no? You know? It's beautiful. It's God's beautiful creatures. How would I not? How would I not? You know? Just saying. Shut it, Sharpie. Kid needs to be a preacher. I am a preacher. There are churches everywhere with those for eyes to see. Even if it's a horny fucking dilf visual novel. It is beautiful. It seemed like I didn't have to say in the matter since mother wasn't going to take no for an answer. Her face says it all. Not at least as long as it's a request from him, anyway. To be honest, it seems like mother was kissing the very ghost ground he walked on. And for her to treat someone like that, well, there must have been a lot of money changing hands behind the scenes. Always the first person to look at I'm always the first to look at a person's heart. It's not my fault that tits in the way. Nothing more precious than that woman's eyes and a gleam of money. By 10 o'clock, you should be ready to go to your room at 20, as usual. I left your kimono and hair ornaments on your dresser. There aren't enough attendants tonight, so you have to get dressed by yourself. You understand? A cold and indirect tone didn't surprise me. She'd always been a woman who would never beat around the bush, and saw unnecessary interactions as pointless. Those of us who had been under her tutelage for years are already used to it, though. Mother started smoothing down the sleeve of her kimono, as if my very presence unnerved her. At least the feeling was mutual. Yes, mother. I had no choice but to speak, even though the little devil sitting on my shoulder was telling me to screw everything. My rational side was stronger. In the blink of an eye, she disappeared down the hallway, her footsteps on the old wood fading away until they could no longer be heard. I was left alone in the middle of the hallway. I entered a small space I call my room and closed the door behind me. My room itself was a visual trick. It seemed spacious and roomy from the outside, but as soon as you enter, you realize it was actually a tiny room. I had stacked everything meticulously for a person to fit. The room used to be an entertainment room for guests, and due to its inconvenient location, they reduced the space and turned it into a room for the staff. Although at night it does seem like a sinister place with a total lack of maintenance, I often appreciated the peace it gave me. I looked around me. And they have clothes, books. See the books. A box full of children's books that my sister sent me a week ago. According to her, to remember our childhood. And now they're in the middle of the room, taking the space that I could use. What is this? Bamboo paper. Sometimes I use it to practice my handwriting. Most of the time it's up silly doodles. Now it's in the corner, abandoned. Then I have my accountant book and some invoices were scattered carelessly across the table. Months ago, I would have avoided even looking at those checkboxes in the spreadsheet, scared of seeing numbers in threatening red. But interestingly, I've been dealing with the last month quite well. I think it's because of my luck. Won a contest that I swore I never entered, but I didn't have to pay the electricity bill for a year. Then my landlord considerably reduced the rent. When I asked him, he said it was simply because he considered me a good tenant. I see. Is the DILF, the yandere DILF YAKUZA guy pulling the strings being like, she won a contest? Oh yeah, you're such a good DILF. And the guy's like got a gun pointed to his head. It's like, oh yeah, you're such a good DILF, but please, I'm gonna lower your rent. I see it. Empreg Avi Imp. What the fuck? What the fuck are you guys talking about, chat? What the hell? I just got that. Alright. Maybe people change opinions that fast. It's a kimono this pretty loyal client named Daichi gave it to me some time ago. It was the first gift I received after being a geisha. I still have it on display here. Though I haven't seen him in a while. Could something ever happen to him? Maybe he was no longer interested in me. I forgot that as though as quickly as it came. Alright. You want to start preparation? Sure. I sat down in front of my vanity and out of habit picked the brush to begin applying the white makeup that would soon cover my face and neck. My hands neither hesitate nor tremble. They repeated this gesture so many times I was now unfamiliar with error. I draw the line in my eyes with precision, making sure it's not too bold but not too barely noticeable. Then I dipped another brush in a bright, fiery red that promised to catch people's eyes and let it stain my pale lips. I looked at myself for a few moments in the mirror to see if everything was in proper place. I was always amazed by the reflection of the geisha, despite seeing almost every day. Sometimes I would even forget that it was nothing more than another mask of mine. As I stepped outside in the waning moon hanging in the sky along her daughters, the stars watching my every move. The silent atmosphere that surrounded me transformed into contrast of laughter, the sound of shamisen, and even loud conversations. I walked through those rooms where, although the sliding paper doors, I could see the silhouettes of people moving, barely giving more than sideways glances. 20 room was the most secluded room, located at the end of the corridor, always away from the lively atmosphere. It was usually chosen by customers who wanted more privacy or were too fond of noise. I walked down the corridor, I could feel the laughter, the constant sound of various instruments, and the steady footsteps gradually subside. The shadows of the door diminished, the voice became whisper filled with secrets that couldn't escape those four walls. While the first few doors are usually occupied by families or tourists, eager to immerse themselves in Japanese tradition, further on were the merchants and businessmen, who under the guise of having fun came here to discuss matters. Of course, they didn't mind talking about in front of us. After all, we're just entertainment for the evening. They knew we would keep our mouths shut. I stopped in front of the door to the room 20 and knocked gently. He was somewhat peculiar. Still didn't know if this was a good thing or a bad thing. I'd encountered all sorts of customers by these years. Customers who, after a few drops of sake, would start doing disgusting jokes. Indifferent to customers who were almost impossible to entertain. Or even better, those customers who were eccentrically surpassed any fiction. They all had something in common. They were as easy to read as children's books. But he was a different story. A very complicated story. Silence. There was no light coming from inside. And I wondered if he had arrived. Before I could do anything, a voice cut through the silence. Come in. Soft as silk, but cold as a summer night. I opened the door slowly. The first thing I noticed upon stepping inside was a thick caramel resin scent that quickly enveloped me in an almost suffocating embrace. One I was already quite used to it by then. And then there he was. He was sitting on the tatami in a relaxed pose that his yukata carelessly fell on one shoulder, with the light outside casting a flattering glow on him. Hey, yo! Hey, yo! Cover those sub, you slut! Hey, yo! Old man! Viejo sabroso! Viejo sabroso! We're all males. All the facial expression. Good heavens! Good heavens! Hey yo, viejo sabroso! Papito! I dared to inspect him a little, taking advantage of the fact that he wasn't looking at me. His eyes were closed. Between his fingers rested what was the source of the smell. A bright red pipe from it with a grayish smoke emerged. A large tattoo of a dragon rested on his chest, seemed to be following me with those round eyes. I almost stepped back when I found myself surprised by a pair of blue eyes. Are you going to stand there staring all day? Didn't know I was entertaining. I was the entertainment tonight. Felt the heat of quickly spreading from my ears to my cheeks, and inwardly almost thanked the white makeup I was wearing. I couldn't help was looking away. His eyes were making me nervous. Excuse me, sir, but it wasn't my intention. It was totally your intention. Shut up. Wait, does he look? Yeah, oh, see, he made an expression. At my response, he closed his eyes again while taking a puff from the pipe. Oh no? What a shame. I knew I was making an extra effort to try to impress you. Guess I'll have to try harder next time. Here we go with that dry sarcasm of his. If it weren't for the fact that at that point I already knew how to deal with him, I would have blushed like it's first time one of his ironic comments to me. Let's play along. Then I have to emphasize you've done an excellent job in that regard. Seemed to process my words in his head as if he quite and fully understood them. Then I saw how his lips twitched subtly. Oh, I'll have to thank you for your kind words. Although I could say the same about you. We looked at each other and smiled, beginning the battle of glances. He raised his hand and invited me to sit across from him. We sank into silence. It's like looking at Hiroyuki Sanada. Raw next question. God help me. I can go hard though, man. And we sank into silence. I glanced at him out of the corner of my eye, this time more subtly. Remember the first time I saw him in this very room? I felt somewhat intimidated by him, because of his robust and imposing appearance. Although I felt like that deep, dark sea looked at me. While as time went on, I realized he was a perfect embodiment of don't judge a book by its cover. He was surprisingly calm, although I often wondered if he was actually indifferent to everything around him. He usually asked me to play shamisen for him, and make small talk about something trivial. What he was the most enthusiastic about was talking about art. He seemed lost in his thoughts, and I didn't know what to say or do. Sometimes I prefer him to be that kind of bossy client who orders you around. Everything would be easier instead of trying to guess what he wants. So I told you I want you to call me by my name. For weeks I've been insisting on that. I call him by his name for some reason. I never gotten used to calling my clients by their names. Well, in the first place, no client ever asked me to. Most of them like how sir sounded to them. Made them feel important. Bigger in the room, I suppose. We're all horny, Jill. It's okay. We can first together here. It's a safe space. Don't worry about it. One day I'll learn how to draw a hot man with a beard. It's kind of sad because anime styling doesn't usually do well with the beard. That's actually why my VTuber never had a full beard. Is because it just doesn't look well. It doesn't look good with like the anime style. Though this beard looks neck beardy like crazy in real life. This beard that just like follows the jawline is crazy ass cheeks in real life. But in anime style it looks better. And unfortunately, it doesn't look... most beards don't look good in anime style. It's just kind of how that goes, you know what I mean? And this man was a strange exception in all aspects. Call him by his name. Mr. Hikaru. He sighed. What does that sigh mean? I was thinking about you pronouncing your name. Wasn't what I expected. Couldn't lie, didn't know whether to be offended by his comment. Hikaru bounced the pipe between his fingers, his gaze fixed on the wisp of smoke rising from his mouthpiece. Thought you'd sound like a bamboo flute, harsh yet mellow. Instead you sound more like a cello, deep and resonant. Wasn't quite sure to feel flattered or insulted. Must have seen my somewhat bewildered expression because he continued speaking. The cello is an instrument I felt a certain affinity for, so say it more often. My name. I like how it sounds. To say it left me speechless was an understatement. Love his hair and tattoos. Well, the art style is gorgeous, by the way. How could he say something like that with such a serious face? I'm flattered, Mr. Hikaru. His expression remained impassive. Like Hikaru raised his eyes, of course he should be flattered and paid you a comment. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew in the garden and brushed his hair away from his face. That's when I noticed the weariness in his eyes, the deep, dark circles beneath them, as if the last thing he had done in the past few days was sleep. It wasn't the first time I'd see him that tired. Sometimes he had disappeared for weeks. When he came back, he always looked gone from exhaustion, as if he had been through unimaginable things. You don't look well. Has the construction project keeping you up all night? He massaged the bridge of his nose. Since we met, he had barely shared any details about his life. But I knew he ran a construction company and was always almost traveling between Shibuya and Shinjuku. Seemed to be taking years off his life. There are more incompetent people than I thought. I wonder if he really had such an incompetent employees, if he was just the kind of boss with unrealistic high expectations. Although, to be honest, I'd never seen him criticize my services, so I doubt he was that kind of boss. And the others would try to find an opportunity to sabotage you. Sabotage? Maybe he meant a rival company trying to steal his clients. Doesn't sound very charming. It isn't, especially if no one else can handle it. As if he was talking about it stressed him out, he took a long drag of his pipe, and in real time I saw his pupils constrict and blue expand. Couldn't be healthy to consume that stuff. He always had that red pipe dangling from his fingers, as if he couldn't bear without it. Every time I entered the room, the smell of burned caramel involved me, and lingered even after I left. It wasn't my business. And perhaps it was best to let go. I often found myself worried about what that pipe might be doing to him. Suddenly, an idea came to me. Wait a moment, please. I stood up and approached the small wooden sideboard against the wall, where the tray I was looking for rested. Mr. Hikaru raised an eyebrow when he saw what I was holding. Is that? I don't think in all that time we've known each other, you have yet to witness a tea ceremony performed by me. I placed the bowl in front of him. Would you like to try it, Mr. Hikaru? He has very good effects. And my comment, he slowly lowered his pipe from his lips. Here's a cup of that green liquid with enough to solve my problems. I wouldn't be here. He didn't say no. With all the time I have known him, I understood that if he didn't say no directly, that means a yes, even though he doesn't say it. I smiled at him and started explaining. Matcha has an intense flavor, but it calms the body without numbing the mind. So whether I'm tired after a long day at work, I turn to it. It's a good companion, really. Maybe it will do you good. My hidden tone was clear. It's better than the thing you have in your hands. You have nothing to lose by trying it. Name him Hikaru is evil though. Don't remind me of summer Hikaru died. I thought it was gonna be Shibari. I reminded him. He slowly put the pipe aside and all his attention was focused on me. You really like to drink that thing? Very much. That is my favorite artist insists. Go on. It's time to show Mr. Hikaru a wonderful tea ceremony. Try to make him the best tea possible and surprise him. No matter what you do, he'll probably like it. Okay, how do we do this? Put the hot water in the bowl. Take some matcha powder with a spoon. Try not to take too much. Add the matcha to the bowl. Take a whisk from the holder and whisk the matcha carefully into the thermos. Okay. Matcha's ready to drink. Stopped moving my hand when I saw the familiar whitish foam appear on the matcha. Satisfied, I placed the bowl of green liquid in front of him, giving a slight bow to try to invite him. He simply nodded and picked up the bowl between his fingers in a strangely careful way. And surprisingly, without hesitation, he brought the cup to his lips and took a short sip. I tried to hide my anticipation for his reaction. It's not so bad. Feeling of satisfaction touched my chest. It wasn't the best thing I ever tasted, but it's good. Coming from the man in front of me, it was a miracle. Glad to hear that. The second sip was my victory. His lips curved a little more, like he was thinking about something funny. My curiosity piqued. So Hikaru, you seem to be amused about something. I was just thinking about the first time we met. You were cold and unbreakable wall, though you always smiled at me. He lifted the cup and took another sip. Now it seems like I matter to you a little more, even if you keep rejecting my advances, Proa. I almost rolled my eyes with that nickname. Almost. Proa. Many times I insisted to him that to tell me what it meant, but he still hadn't told me yet. Sure, the first time we met, I decided to be a bit more closed off with him. Maybe it's because he made me feel a little bit nervous. My God told me he wasn't trustworthy. But as he started coming around more often, things changed. We became close, or as close as one can be as a work client. I mean, Hikaru has a nice personality. He has some fat, juicy personalities, doesn't he? I agree. Mr. Hikaru also seemed to relax around me, started making those ironic comments that I had gotten used to. Now that I think about it, I was going to ask you something. Yes? Are you free tomorrow? I want to take you out for dinner. No? I carefully closed the door behind me and I sighed with relief. I had gotten off smoothly. We stayed talking a little longer before I knew it was almost midnight. And I stared at my interviewed hands for a few moments. Dinner, huh? At first I was reluctant about it. But I didn't know if it was because of his surprising insistence or because of the way he inspired confidence in me after long months of getting to know each other. Either way, tomorrow I would see him again. Didn't know if I liked that idea or not. The lights in the other rooms had already been turned off, so I was thinking attentively about down the dark hallway. My steps began to slow as the lanky figure approached from the other side. He was a very familiar blond man with a large burn adorning the left side of his face. His characteristically playful smile and those feline eyes seemed to follow you everywhere. Dog. What kind of name was that? In his own words, Mr. Hikaru's right-hand man. He always seemed to be by his side. There was a funny contrast of yin and yang. While Mr. Hikaru was rather indifferent and reserved, Dog had a joyful and extroverted personality that was contagious to everyone around him. Gave him a slight nod, and he returned with an exaggerated bow that made me laugh. Good evening, miss. How did it go with the boss? Smooth. It's really nice to talk to Mr. Hikaru. Silence. Look at me in a strange way. I look back. Who would have thought that Mr. Hikaru and nice would be in the same sentence? You say anything? Not at all. I'm glad you had a pleasant evening. I was gonna pick up the boss to take him home. You're his chauffeur too? What can I say? Stop being the most talented and everything. He wiped away the non-existent tear from his cheek. When I looked at him, Dog seemed much easier to approach than Mr. Hikaru. Also more willing to talk. Perhaps I could ask him some questions I've been having. Ask about the comment Hikaru made. There were some words that made Hikaru whispered, which I pretended not to hear. They've been on my mind for the rest of the night. My favorite artist insists. Shouldn't be asking something like this, especially since it's none of my business and unprofessional, but technically your shift is over. You're no longer at work. The little devil on my shoulder whispered.
Starlight Line says, "Can save. Here, you can only ask one question."
Okay. But you can go back, by the way. You can always go back. You know? You can just scroll. The thing about like Ren'Py, most people don't change this because it's the best way to play this. You can just roll back. Look. See? As long as you've seen it, you can roll back to whatever point you want. Some people limit this on Ren'Py because they want to like... It basically makes it more annoying, in my opinion. I prefer if just let people scroll back to whatever points they want. But this is something that like people do. You know what I mean? How do I say this? Dog? Does Mr. Hikaru visit other artists? As soon as the question left my mouth, the regret came to light. How could you ask that in that way? He began rising up my cheek. It sounded ridiculous. He's definitely going to laugh at you. No. I raised my head, surprised by the immediate response. He pretended to think, although it was clear he already knew the answer. As far as I know, the boss had only visited you for the past months. He doesn't seem interested in others, now that I think. Then he leaned towards me as if he were going to tell me a secret. Let me tell you something. Every time he comes here to visit you, he seems very excited. Well, as much as excited as someone could show. He laughed to himself. Don't worry. I doubt anyone can take your place as his favorite artist. You misinterpreted my question. Well, it clearly was going to misinterpret it in the way that you said it. Couldn't the earth suddenly split in two and swallow me? For some reason, it started to get very hot, even though the cold night air wrapped around us in a hug. I see. I feel honored. As you may have noticed, Mr. Kuriwa, someone who has a very special appreciation for culture and art. He's a great collector, and his fingertips have touched more works of art than you could ever imagine. And there's nothing that entertains him more than a cultural chat. So he's always been a fan of geishas and their vast knowledge. And if you had managed to have a consultation with him to that living history book, I have to give you credit for that. You can see that every time we talked about history, dances, and music, his eyes would light up suddenly. He was kind of cute, to be honest, in a way. Now that I think, perhaps that's a family thing. It is. Dog massaged the back of his neck and nodded. It's very much traditional family. Yes, that's the word. Traditional. Maybe the next time you can ask him about it. It wouldn't be very professional of me to pry into the private lives of my clients. You're already snooping around my boss's life without asking me questions. A horrified face when I realized I made him burst out laughing. Don't worry, I won't tell him. That will be our little secret. Anyway, getting late. You should go back to your room before some yokai eats you. Thanks for his comment, I realized that several minutes must have passed while we were standing here in the hallway talking. If I didn't get back to my room on time, I might face my mother's fury for not being where I was supposed to be. That's the real yokai I could face tonight. Oh, going so soon, Coffee. Oh, sleep tight. I hope you come around more often. You haven't been here in forever. I know you're busy, but like, you know. What's with these names? Oh, this is a Japanese game, so. Although I don't understand why he's dog. It's like everybody's Japanese and then he's like dog. I guess he's supposed to be American or like a foreigner. Yeah. Talking about something else. Oh, okay, never mind. And if you catch me in a good mood, maybe one day I'll tell you about that time the boss almost got locked in a Panchico parlor, and the security mistook him for a thief and almost arrested him. Did that really happen? Winked at me as if we shared an intimate secret. Moment of indulgence because nobody was watching me. I rolled my eyes. Good night, dog. Make sure no yokai eats you either. Good night, lady. Alright. The blonde man watched us walk away into the darkness of the night swallowed him. He sighed and he swayed on the spot. Seems that Hickey is good at keeping up appearances if he managed to deceive her into thinking he was a nice person. Just imagine it sent a shiver down his spine, like a cat that's been splashed with water. Though I wonder how long this charade will last, and how she would react. Dog stopped in front of room 20, and without knocking, opened the door. Hikaru was leaning against the table, his yukata already undone on his torso, showing the large tattoo of a dragon. Hickey, I came for you. Hickey, is that matcha? The dark-haired man just grunted as if the scream was the worst sound he had ever heard. Oh, your voice, dog. I told you to stop calling me that ridiculous nickname. The blonde man didn't even seem to hear as he readily approached the taller man and began to shake him, his hands frantically touching his neck and arms. Is your throat itchy? Can you breathe properly? Does the car appear anywhere? Dog's screams grew louder as he lifted the dark-haired man's sleeves and could already see some menacing red dots appearing on his arms. Why enough did you take that, Hickey? You know perfectly that you're allergic. Aw, that's nice. He could have pushed him away roughly with a huff as he stood up. Stop making such a fuss. I've taken poisons more deadly than this crown. The blonde man looked... That is so sweet. He took matcha because he wanted his love to like make it for him, but he didn't know he was allergic. That's so sweet. Can you deny it? Can you not make the matcha? Let me see one thing. Oh, this is the gallery. How do I load? Return to the main menu. This is continue. This is continue. No, this is the lesson. This is the lesson. Okay, so we go here, continue this. Maybe here, something like that. Very much. Oh well. We'll leave it like that. There you go. The blonde man looked like he could faint on the spot. You don't even like matcha. He could ignore his comment and leaves through the door while the dog follows him, still complaining. That is sweet. Happened to my parents when they were dating. My dad brought mom a box of cashews. He'd never offered them before. She offered him one. And he went then off to ER when they went when his throat swelled shut. That is very cute. What truly matters isn't the memories themselves, but the people who live with them. They are the ones who make those memories priceless. Those were the words of my older sister said when I told her about my realization. And guess she was right. One day you forget the streets of your childhood, the smell of that old shop around the corner of your house, the park you used to play. But you'll probably remember your mother's warm gaze as she welcomed you, or your friend's sad smile the day you both graduated. And she never told me what I was supposed to do, and I started forgetting those faces. Because those faces are beginning to fade away too, slipping through my fingers like sand. Time. Why do you insist on burying the yesterday beneath today? Why won't you let me remain where my happiest memories still exist?
Starlight Line says, when you are the love interest of the guy, but his assistant is clearly so gay and into him.
Nah.
Also, you can ask Dog his Rizal name if you choose to ask the question about him.
I don't know. At least he doesn't seem gay right now. Okay. I know that a lot of people tend to be like, two guys not being mean to each other, immediately like homosexual. Maybe you played it more than me, so maybe you know, but like until now, he could just be his homie. He could just be his homie, his like partner, you know? Hey, yo, Cringe, I got a question to ask? Sure, Faxo. Should be. For some reason, that morning felt warmer than usual. Strange, considering there was snow last night. Last week. The sun bathing me in its intense rays put me in a bad mood. The beads of sweat trickled down my face, made it difficult for my vision to make me constantly clean my face with the back of my hand. What was college like for you? I need advice. If you're starting college, you're gonna need to learn two things. You're gonna need to learn to be quick on your foot, and you need to learn to balance your time correctly. College is it's not like you're not gonna be able to give 100% of yourself to every class. So you gotta balance yourself like between classes to make sure you get good averages on all of them. Of course, if you can max out everything, sure, go right ahead. Some people definitely can handle that. But a lot of people, especially when you get into like the deeper into college, you're gonna have to balance yourself. Do that. Focus on actually learning. This is not about like attendance. I mean, some colleges do keep attendance, but a lot of times they don't even bother with attendance. It's just about like learning, making sure that you can do it, and absorbing as much as possible. Time management is the key, you know? Obsidian is great for taking notes. I recommend having like a note-taking app on your phone or laptop if you work with a laptop. It's much better to keep notes than a bunch of notebooks, which you can also use, but it's a lot more effort. And get a library card immediately because you're gonna need books.
Yes, Ken. I was gonna say time management skills are key.
1000%. 1000%. Anyhow. Yeah. Also, we have some people here on YouTube today. Thank you so much for everybody that's been coming over. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, please do hype the video as well. We've been growing a lot on YouTube, and Twitch has been kind of shit with streamers, so I'm telling people to please support me on YouTube as well, because they're using the train AI and just throwing streamers under the bus, and I find that kind of shit. So please support me on YouTube if you can. You can also donate. You can also subscribe, memberships, all that stuff. We are making a game, so that is very much appreciated. But all I ask is just, I wouldn't ask anybody that couldn't be able to give, you know? So it's just the free stuff. Hyping the video, liking, all that stuff. You know? Anyhow. But yeah. That got trauma. Then her first for revenge. They got trauma by killing his dad. Anyhow, let's continue, right? I threw the clinging blankets I brought from the floor and huffed. I looked carefully at the old, shabby hallway surrounded me, then at the garden, abandoned for who knows how long. I crouched down and ran a finger across the tatami, just as I suspected the thick layer of dust was clung to my fingertips. I let out a quiet sigh as I stood up. Normally wouldn't be just interesting doing a deep clean at this place. Wasn't worth it, I always had better things to do, but a clean place, a clear mind. That's what my oldest sister used to tell me when we were little. So I'm starting to suspect she only said that to make me clean my room. But cleaning wouldn't hurt. Maybe it would help me relax. Something I've needed for the past few weeks after a ton of work and classes. Out of habit, I smoothed down a worn-out blouse, riddled with holes, and once it's bright blue, that captivated when I brought it back, it faded into a dull gray. How was that even possible? I made sure to put the most worn-out clothes I owned before I started cleaning. Though, come to think of it, most of my everyday clothes weren't that much better off. In all directions. I rolled up my blouse sleeves and past my elbows and tied my waist apron that I buried in the back of my room. If there were really some evil spirits here, as everyone says, I hoped it's ready to be driven out. Before everything else, I made sure to dust every corner of the hallway. I ran the duster through the cobweb-filled corners, sending spiders curling off in every direction. Every pillar, every tatami mat, even the door that got the same treatment until there wasn't a trace of dust left. The grayish pile of dirt quickly formed beside me. How on earth did one place accumulate so much dirt? By the time I finished, I was bent over with my hands on my knees, trying to catch my breath. I looked at my surroundings again, although it wasn't spotless. It looked far more presentable than when I started. At least now it resembled a place where a person could actually live in. Suddenly my gaze lands on the garden. Another day I should also cut the weeds in. Huh? Are those footprints? Got a little closer and that's when I realized there actually were footprints. They weren't mine because the footprint was slightly bigger than my feet. Shivering down my back. Who could have come up here? I doubt the girls would have come and they're afraid of this area. Could have been the gardener? I took a few steps back and grabbed the cloth. Must have been the gardener. Even though something told me it wasn't. One look last sight of those footprints had led me nowhere. You're overthinking it. I dipped the cloth in the bucket of water before wringing it out thoroughly. When I ran the cloth over the tatami, revealing the light brown color that had been hidden beneath the years of dirt. As I ran the cloth across the floor, the brownness that peeked out more and more. A feeling of satisfaction filled my chest. Perhaps it was more like fulfillment. Slowly made my way down the corridor, pushing the damn cloth along the tatami in long, deliberate strokes. When I reached the end, I turned around and retraced my steps. At some point, I became so focused on following the lines at the tatami that cleaning them as thoroughly as I could completely lost track of my surroundings. So absorbed that I hadn't noticed that one was watching me. It wasn't until my gaze landed on a pair of feet that I realized I wasn't alone. Slowly raised my head, then locked eyes with a familiar pair of jet black eyes that was staring at me. Mother. Why was she here? Then I noticed something. The eyes were usually held nothing but contempt, but everyone was now open, like she was horrified what she was seeing. What did you think you were doing? Her voice came out in the thread, almost like a whisper. Question, but especially her tone, confused me. I'm cleaning? Mother's face is gone as white as a sheet as I let out the words. Got up from the floor and shook the dirt stuck to my pants. Eventually, my eyes moved past her. It was in that moment that I saw the two figures standing just beside her. Though I had no idea I hadn't noticed them sooner, considering they were nearly 2 heads taller than Mother. The person on the right slightly towards the side, poking its head out from Mother. It was Dog. When he saw me, he smiled, making his brown eyes turn into crescents as he waved it so enthusiastically that I couldn't help but think of a little boy. His smile was full of amusement. Wait, if he was here, then that means the other presence was. Slowly turned my head to the other person.
Says,
Sir
brace
Hikaru.
yourselves, chat.
Hey, there he is. Damn, that shirt is clinging for dear life. Jesus Christ. Ay. To say I couldn't believe my eyes would be an understatement. For a moment, I even wondered if there was the same man I'd been seeing for those last nights. It looked quite different, so to say. His normally unruly and fluffy hair had been tamed with a smooth, subtle straightening. The strands of his hair usually fell over his face and been brushed back, leaving his eyes fully exposed. He wore with an innate confidence an all-black suit that hugged his body like a second skin, very different from those loose yukata he's always worn. Perched on the bridge of his nose were glasses that make him look more intellectual. Even the way he carried himself was different. Never thought about Mr. Hikaru would look like outside the room 20. Not deeply, at least. I assumed he'd always have the same disheveled, carefree appearance. Looking at him now, I realized I only known one side of him. To me, it had simply been the man who had visited room 20 at most frequent client. But in reality, it was much more than that. It wasn't until Mother cleared her throat pointedly that I realized I'd been staring at him, quietly taking the unexpected new appearance. I strategically ignored making eye contact with her. Though his expression said it all. What are you doing standing there? Greet him. Gave a slight bow to the both of them. Good morning, Sir Hikaru. Sir Dog. Mr. Hikaru made a small gesture to her for me to straighten up while Dog nodded approvingly. An awkward silence settled over the hallway. Why hasn't anyone said anything? And why had Mother bring them precisely to this area? I looked at Sir Hikaru to see if our feelings were mutual, but that's when I caught him looking at me. Not at me. Lower. I frowned and followed his gaze. Oh. That's when I understood my mother was so pale when she saw me.
It's Casey says.
My blouse was
Whatever
torn, my trousers were
Doja Cat
stained with
said
grime
about
after an hour of
guys
cleaning.
with big noses.
My hair was disheveled so that I could see some strands of hair stuck to the sweat of my face. Must look like a complete mess. Out of all the days, why come here today? I began to feel an unpleasant sensation of being exposed. Exposed. An outsider would have laughed at using that word. You're exaggerating. But they'll never understand what it's like to work in a profession where your clients never see the real you. Because all you've ever shown to them is the person they're meant to see. Oh, I should have put that. That Kindred moment. That kind of changes the that changes the scene a little bit. Wow, that changes the vibe a little bit. Stop looking at my tits. Don't look at me. That tiny detail of my life doesn't bother me. After all, it's just that watching their faces twist at the moment. That detail of my life doesn't bother me. After all, big titties mother is just a part of me as Kindred is. It's just that watching their faces twist the moment they catch a glance on the other side of you. The most human one. It's humiliating. I hadn't realized that I'd been avoiding Mr. Hikaru's gaze after seeing him, the very expression I dreaded all along. With an inward sigh, I forced myself to look at him. But I was surprised to find the same impassive expression he always wore. There wasn't the slightest switch of disgust in his face. Nothing. No hint of revulsion, no disappointment. Not a single crack in that unreadable face of his. Facade of his. That changes the vibe a little bit, doesn't it? That changes the vibe a little bit, doesn't it? That just... That's on me. My bad, chat. My bad. I don't know this was gonna come back. As if you couldn't get cared less about how I looked at that moment. Sometimes it feels like a burden having huge tits. I know, right? Sometimes it feels like a burden having gigantic tits. Oh, yeah. What does wishlist affectionate mean? It's my game. You can wishlist affectionate if you want. I'm making a game. I'm making a little visual novel dating sim. So yes, you should go wishlist affectionate on Steam. I think I haven't done the command yet. I'm very proud of it. Is this that game? No, this is another game. It's just because I don't bother to change the title on the stream on Twitch. No, this is Geisha. Here, this is a free demo we're playing. It's an indie game by Meg Umi. This is the one. This is nothing related to my game. Yes, this is the one. It's a little anime game that we're playing as a geisha. And this is the guy that's the love interest. So yes, this is the one that we're playing right now. Although you should wishlist fiction as well. You should go follow this guy on Itch, and you should Resist the Fiction on Steam. It is free as well. You can go play the demo. I already played the demo on my YouTube. If you want to go watch my game, there's also other. Is A Fiction also an anime-ish visual novel? Yes. Although Affectionate is about the Lulu writer that's not a lot of luck in relationships. So they decide to write their perfect guy, and he comes to life. And there's gonna be like a lot of like different storylines in that game. So yes. Remember the ball scratching simulator I showed you on the M's? I saw. Yes. I was grateful I couldn't read them. May you ask what brings you here, mother? I was showing Mr. Hikaru and his companion around the house since he mentioned he was curious about the layout of the house. Very interesting layout. Mother let out a laugh that sounded almost as forced, as if she had to drag it from the depths of her chest. We just happened to be passing by to give you a gift. As time Dog spoke up, abruptly cutting Mother off as he lifted a small chest that was tucked under his arm. A gift? For me? But tonight. Alright, dinner. Dog handed me the chest. The weight sank into my arms far faster than expected. I was surprised by how heavy it was, considering how effortlessly it had been carrying. It was slipping from my grasp, but then felt a pair of cold hand wraps around mine as they steadied my chest. Looks like you can't handle anything heavy. I blinked once, twice. Never been this close to him before. So close that I could make out every shade of blue swimming in his irises. Stay still. Stood still, completely still as a statue. My senses were sharper than ever. I could feel the roughness of his hands brushing against mine. I could catch his scent, a blend of lemon and medicinal herbs, properly lingering from the pipe he had never seemed to part with. I could even feel the gentle pressure of his fingers around my hands. Dog, stop handling that chest. I want to handle that Miraku's chest. You seem tense. His voice is soft as silk, yet deep enough to resonate in my chest. I had to admit, his voice was ethereal. I don't know how much longer we would have remained like that if Dog's whistle hasn't broken into silence. Mr. Hikaru slowly withdrew his hands and I slipped them into his pockets. And he slipped them into his pockets. My gaze then drifted to his chest resting on in my hands. It was a semicircular wooden chest, smooth surface coated in a deep crimson lacquer. Intricate carvings adorned its edges. Both the lock and hinges were made out of gold. There was a large bonsai motif stretched across the entire front of the chest. I had a slight impression that it was worth more than my annual minimum wage. Is it really alright for me to accept such a valuable gift? Once a gift is given, you can't give it back. Besides, I wouldn't have brought it here if I didn't want you to have it. You replied as though you were it was the most obvious thing in the world, though you couldn't help but smile to yourself. Instinctively, I pulled the chest closer against myself. Thank you. I'll appreciate deeply. That's all. I'll pick you up at 9 tonight. Be ready by then. Before I could reply something, Dog flashed me a playful wink and the two of them started to leave. Mother, however, didn't follow them. She remained by my side, waiting until the sound of the footsteps completely faded. She kept her eyes fixed on the corridor before speaking. Kindred. You remember the first thing I told you the moment you set foot in this place? You never miss an opportunity to remind me. I won't become attached to them. She nodded curtly. Mother, for some reason, looked more serious in that moment. Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed her gripping her cane so tightly that her knuckles had turned white. Was she angry? Mother. You're worried that I'm getting too close to Mr. Hikaru. You don't have to be. I haven't grown attached to him. She gave me a humorless chuckle. Really? Because that certainly was not the impression I got. I noticed you didn't pull your hands away from his while you were looking at him. I know every one of you like the back of my hand. I've been around you far longer than that tree in the country yard. You won't fool this old woman. She sighed, annoyed. There are some clients you should have never grown curious about, less attached to. Mr. Kuriyawa is one of them. Never try to look beyond them. Remember that as a geisha, you should never try to pry in your client's things. I believe that I taught you that to give your client, that you give a client your talents, never your heart. And I'll keep doing that. Don't give him too much attention. She began walking away in the same direction. A cane resonated in the hall. Be careful, Kindred. I looked at myself in the mirror. My reflection stared back at me intently. My hand brushed against the fabric I was wearing, smooth and delicate. The kimono was inside my chest. That was inside the chest was breathtaking, to say the least. It had a pale yellow-green gradient that became more intense as it traveled through the fabric. It was handmade embroidery of the fabric on the lotus flowers and that colorful fish that created a striking contrast with the main color. The kimono wasn't very complicated when it came to the design. I would even say it was simple, but it is the type of simplicity that attracted people. It was a bit more colorful than I would normally wear. My hair, now adorned with the ornaments once more, almost seemed to shiver on its own. It had been a long time since I had worn anything with my hair. It was a truly thoughtful gift from him. Damn, we're so white. Goddamn. Flashbang time. Goddamn. No longer had it been since I last touched fabric like this. Ornaments this bright. Couldn't take my eyes off my reflection. I glanced sideways at the digital clock on my bedside table. It would soon strike 9. There wasn't much time left. I adjusted one of my ornaments in my hair, straightened the collar of my kimono, and took a last look around the room. Then I quietly stepped outside, and the chill air of the night hit me. That's the point, Kin. Yeah, but do they do all the body? I thought it was just the face that was white. I didn't know it was the entire body that got turned white. You know what I mean? Like the hand, I know the face is supposed to be white, but the hands is almost just as white. You know what I mean? The night was colder than usual. The streets were eerily quiet, as if it was a ghost town. No one where people lived. But even though the street was almost dark with not a single street lamp working, I could see Mr. Hikaru just by scanning the street for 2 seconds. He was leaning against the black car, a cigarette resting between his fingers, which he was trying to light with a lighter that clearly wasn't working. An involuntary laugh filled my chest. The impatient movements he was making with the lighter stopped instantly when he heard me. He turned his head so quickly that I was afraid it would break his neck. His furrowed brows lifted when he saw me, then returned to their usual expression. He stopped leaning against the car and then towards me when I was throwing the cigarette over the ground, emerging from the shadows. He stood in front of me. It was my turn to raise my eyebrows slightly and very subtly, impressed by what I noticed. He shaved his beard. No! Fix this game immediately! Fix it! Unplayable! Unplayable! I am stopping. I'm in the stream. Unplayable. How dare he? Fuck you, game. Let my old man be hairy. The fuck, dude? I'd still smash though. Yeah, I'm not. You think I'm meat on my plate is meat on my belly. I'm eating it. I'm piping. But god damn it, why do they? I hate this. I hate when people do this. They don't let people have beards or hair on their chest or hair on their arms. Let people be hairy. Fuck, man. This fucking bullshit, man. Fucking bullshit. Boo! Boo! Ew! Boo! I'm still piping though. It still looks hot as hell. But like, come on, man. At least like properly groom the beard. Just keep it
like
beard.
that. An angel loses its wings. This is also where I lost interest and soon stopped playing.
I mean, I'm still gonna be playing. It still looks hot. It still looks hot. I'm not gonna stop playing, but like, it went from a 9 to an 8.5. Lost a point there. Lost a point there. Not gonna lie. 8. I'm being cruel today. How dare you? You're going so well. You a solid 9 game. You know, just a few points as well for accessibility, because I think like the UI needs. It's pretty. It's very artistic, but you also gotta keep in mind accessibility. Think of people that like need this. That's a point. I'm taking 1 point away from you. How dare you shave the guy? 8. Fuck you. Don't do it. Why do you gotta do it? At least make a comment so I can make him keep the beard. Be like, oh yeah, I like your beard, by the way, so you can keep it. Please, 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 please. Come on, man. Why you gotta do this? Why you gotta do this? Unplayable. Unplayable. Win from a 10 to a 5. No, that's crazy. It's not a 5. This game is pretty good. It's an awesome game, but like, come on, man. Come on, man. Look much younger now. Ew! Okay, 8, 7. Ah! 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 Let old men look old and hairy. I hate this. 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 This is like a criminal thing that some games do. League of Legends is the most fucking criminal out of all them. When we have old men and old women and they like age them down to make them hot. Fuck you, game. Being hot about being old is having wrinkles and looking old. We don't want. It's like a Swain is like there's like a character in League that does this all the time. Swain. Skins. There's a character in League that does this all the time. Where's the wolf guy? Yeah, this one. That they like de-age him to make him hot, and I fucking hate it, dude. Where's the proper one? See if I can find another. There is this one. There's this one and there's the other one. Yeah, this one. There's this guy. This guy is the usual one. And they de-age him. They de-age the guy. Yeah, this is the proper one, and this is like the hot one where they like make him a lot fucking younger. And this is the most criminal one. This is the fucking most criminal one where they make him a lot younger. It's like, we want old men to look old. Fuck me, man. At least this one looks older. Same deal here, dude. We want old men. We like him. We think he's hot because he's old. The beard is just my opinion, to be fair. But don't make him younger. Don't make him look younger. No, 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 no. No. No, you don't understand. This is what your target audience likes. Your target audience for this game likes old men. Make him look old. Don't make him look younger. That's pain, 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 pain. Even younger than me. Seems that a beard could really add 10 years to your appearance and take 10 years off. Laughing at me? Wouldn't dare, Mr. Hikaru. I'm quite sure that I heard a laugh. Must be some ghost that is wandering around here.
Says the strange combination of typing in French fraction names while listening to kin rage about hairy dudes.
Look at what they've done to my boy. Look at what they've done to my boy. Look at what they've done to my boy. I'm getting another drink. I'm getting another drink. Give me a moment, chat. 2 minutes. I need a minute. I need a minute. I need another drink. There you go. I'm back.
Ariskil Golad says, chat, make sure you hydrate, you gremlins.
Yes. There you go. All right. I'm here. I'm here, chat. There you go. All right. Must be some ghost that is wandering around here. Do a pause check. All right. Wait. There you go. There we go. Must be some ghost that is wandering around here. A ghost dressed in a yellow kimono, maybe. Started walking towards the car before I could answer. You look good, by the way. Direct and unashamed, his usual tone. I'm quite used to it at this point. God damn, that pop was loud. Yeah, that was a loud pop, wasn't it? You asking for Dog for advice on what to get you would have been worthwhile. You asked Dog? He's the one who knows most about this stuff. He was a sales clerk at a high-end fashion boutique a few years ago. As I approached the car, I noticed his eyes drifting towards my hair. His expression changing slightly. He raised his hand and without warning, slowly extracted a metal pendant hairpin from my hair and inspected it. I instinctively went up to my hair, surprised by the sudden movement. Don't remember giving you this in the chest. It's an ornament I thought would complement the others. examining it closely before putting it in his pocket. Confiscated. I gave you the chest so you wouldn't wear anything else. You look good in that, what are you wearing anyway? You don't need anything else. Without hesitation, maybe wondered if he had misheard it. Seeing how the ornament peeked out from between his pockets, the expression seemed that he was serious. So childish. He looked annoyed. So unlike him, if I dare say so. Since the distinction was unchangeable, I sighed inwardly and got into the car, reminding myself to retrieve my hairpin later. The moment I stepped inside, I paused. A bar. Of all the places I'd imagined, it's not been one of them. I must admit the atmosphere wasn't bad. The bar was quiet, with jazz music playing softly in the background, and the glow emanating from behind the counter. There weren't many people there either. Just a bartender, a man slumped over the bar, a couple of two men who seemed to be discussing about something. The ones who looked at us were the couple, who quickly went behind the business and bartender, who gave Hikaru a knowing look, which he returned with a curt nod. Choose where you want to sit. I would prefer if you chose. I don't care. If you insist. I looked around the place. The tables behind the couple were near the stage where the jazz was playing from the speaker. Though sitting at the bar wouldn't sound so bad either. There were good lighting. I should choose. Sit beside a couple, sit at the bar. Sure, I guess. In that case, let's sit there. Look at the spot I was pointing to, which the closest was the stage. And then without saying anything, he came closer and pushed the chair back slightly so I could sit down. The couple was even stopped for a moment to glance at him. You're truly a gentleman. This is the first time someone had called me a gentleman. Sounds strange for someone to call me that. Well, I'm glad to be the first person to call you a gentleman. I'm sat in the seat and you imitated me. Then I suppose I can call you Pregli. Was calling me again with names I didn't understand. Will you tell me someday what those names you call me means? Things have more meaning when you don't know what they mean, Prewa. He was teasing me again. To be honest, I didn't think there would be a place like that inside the building. I mean, when I started walking down the alley, it didn't look very charming. But the building from the outside looked like it was about to fall apart. A manor with a bar names too. But inside was different. Bright lamps, fully equipped stage, comfy armchairs. My eyes landed on Hikaru, who was flipping through the menu. He totally fit in that place. In fact, he seemed more comfortable than ever than in room 20. It was a curious contrast. While in the room he was sloppy, bored man who didn't care about how he looked. The Hikaru in front of me now was the complete opposite. Although both parts of him still had that coldness of that and that air of everything sliding off that characterized him. Do you come here often? He didn't look up from the menu. Yes, I usually come alone when I need a break from work. I guess that's why Mako has been staring at us since we came in. Mako? He nodded towards behind me. Turned my head and saw how the bartender, Mr. Hikaru, agreed and was staring at us intently while holding a half-poured cocktail in his hand. When he saw that I caught him red-handed, his face turned in a most alarming shade of red. I smiled nervously at me before running to hide whatever I assumed the back storage room was. If it needs to double in. I've never seen anyone have so many facial expressions change in seconds. Don't pay too much attention to him. He's always been like that. He can't hide it. Is it that unusual for you to come with someone? I brought 3 people to this place. One of my older sisters, dog, and you, right now. Me. I wanted to have a date with you, so I thought I should bring you to the most decent place I knew. I also don't like crowded places. I find them tedious. And this place is unknown enough for people to come in. Indirectly, he made me look around, and several empty tables proved this point. That's when he handed me the menu. There was nothing eccentric, I had thought. In fact, they were quite ordinary dishes you'd find anywhere. The menu ordered a variety of Japanese dishes, though apparently also from other countries. It was hot broth ramen, chicken, vegetables, tempura fish, sashimi, and other plates meant for sharing along with various sides and drinks, mostly alcoholic. No dish seemed very nice for the color of my kimonos and makeup either. Curry, ramen, tempura. These two are not good, so let's go with tempura. Because these two will make a mess out of my makeup and stuff. Stop hiding and come take the order. Just when I thought the poor guy couldn't get any redder, he came out of his little hiding spot. Looked like a red traffic light. He stumbled over and pulled a notebook out of the pocket of his waist apron. Good evening. What would you like to order? The boy started writing in his notebook while Hikaru was listing the dishes. When I thought he was going to hide again in the hiding spot, he looked at me. Not in a very subtle way, though he was confirming something. Sorry for what I'm going to ask, but are you a geisha? Isn't it quite obvious? We both chose to ignore his comment. I nodded. It's the first time I've seen one. He scratched the back of his neck, now less nervously. I've seen some geisha in cultural magazines, but it's the first time I see one in person. And you just look just like them. He began to chatter, and my smile kept getting wider. When was the last time someone spoke to me like that? Can I ask you something? If I could say yes or no, he started talking. Is that your real skin? I stretched out my hands so that he could see the answer himself. Almost like Hikaru saw Hikaru roll in size. Oh, so it's makeup. How long did it take you to become a geisha? About 4 years? That's a long time. With every question, he started getting a little close to me. Excitement flashed in his eyes like stars. How many hours a day do you have to? Mako. Hikaru's voice cut him off like a dagger through his words. But unlike how it sounded like all night, it had a sharper edge. It wasn't the usual tone he used. Mako froze. Sorry, I got carried away. His expression changed to one of embarrassment as he realized he was invading my personal space. He quickly stepped back 3 paces. I'll bring you the food as fast as possible. Thank you for answering my questions, miss. Call me Big Titty Husbando, please. Mako nodded pleasantly and went to the kitchen. I was more used to people addressing me by my stage name, especially at work. You both seem close, Mr. Hikaru. We're not. We just happened to run into each other some other nights at the bar. He leaned back a bit in his chair, and crossing his legs and interlacing his fingers, looking somewhat weary. You're just like my sister. I raised my eyebrows, unable to help it. Just like your sister? You meant he's my nephew. Oh. Difference in the attitudes that we ruled out any possibility of relation between them. We don't look alike at all, do we? No, actually you don't. I've been told that several times. I hardly look like anyone in my family. HK. An exploding papaya, welcome. Glad to have you here, my friend. Glad to have you here. His lips tightened slightly and he was tapping, and the tapping he was doing on the armor stopped. Sad they say I'm the one that resemble most is my father. From that expression, someone tell me he doesn't like being compared to him. Well, yes, it's quite curious that considering my nephew and I are only 5 years apart. Wait, what? Only 5 years difference, but Mako seems very young. Surprised. Oh, is he not old? Not as old as you think I am. He ran his head through his hair to push back some of the strands that were starting to fall across his face. Mako is 19. You guess now. Oh, so he's 20. He's 24. I am 6 years older than this guy. Let that sink in. I am 6 years older than this guy. And he has gray hair. Guys. Oh, anime is so fucking... This is not something that is exclusive to this game. This happens a lot in game. In anime. Where they're like, oh, I am an old man. I am a seasoned veteran. I am 24. What was he in the mafia like when he was 16? Oh my lord. Who wrote this? I need to know this author's age. I need to know who wrote this. Are you 16? Are you 18? 24? You mean to tell me this guy is 6 years younger than me. I think I don't need to make any comments. He's not 20. He's 35. Listen, no, he's not. He's not 24. He's 35. He's 35. He searched anime ages here. Hey, Edith, how you doing as well? He doesn't look 24 years old. I'm so sorry. He does not. I'm sorry. That's something. Hey, Kiara, how you doing as well? First time here? Glad to have you here, my friend. Glad to have you here. It is always appreciated when people come around. No, he's not. No, he's not. I am sorry. No, he's not. He is not 24. Você tem cara de 37 também? Não, paizão, eu tenho 29. Se eu tivesse 37, eu já estaria com uns fiozinhos brancos. Tá ligado? But this fucking dude is not 24. Fuck you. 35 at a max is definitely older. Dude, I'm 30. I am just now getting gray hair. If he has that hairline and he's like having like gray hair like that, he's like near 40, possibly more. You know what I mean? Unless he dyes his hair to look intense, but he doesn't feel like the kind of person. He's not somebody that cares about his appearance. So he wouldn't be the kind of guy that dyes his hair. 24? You know how to do basic maths. Nor is mocking common. He was almost the same age as me. It was something I didn't expect. No, from his usual appearance, I took it for granted he was a man in his 30s or maybe 40s. He took very good care of himself. Now look at him more intently, I realized that it's true that he looked my age. I guess it was the way he acted. No, the fuck it wasn't! No, it's not just the way he acts. He has gray hair. He is not 24! He has gray hair! Are you 16? Are you 16? Author, I need to ask you. Are you 16? Are you 16? You do not get gray hair at 24. You would be bald at 24 before you get gray hair. Look at my hair. I'm 30. I am just now getting some, like, strands of gray hair. I got one. What do you mean, 24? What do you mean, 24? I'm not, this is losing my immersion. I was so on. Oh, no. Oh, my lord. 24? If you told me he was 16, at least I would, like, laugh at it. 24? On these glasses, he's more like 30. He's 35 minimum. 35 minimum to get these like gray hair starting at the like tips. That's a minimum 35. No, the fuck he's not. He is not 24. What? No, the fuck he hasn't. Because those few gray hairs sticking out of his head. Yeah! The fuck? I can see you looking at. You could be more subtle, bro. I look away when I realized he noticed I was looking at his hair. My bad. Seeing that Mr. Hikaru was engaged in the conversation, I had to take my advantage to try to keep him going. When you have the chance to try to understand the book you've been trying to grasp, you take it. No, the fuck? My first gray hair appeared when I was 18. Thank you for asking. But saying that I'm getting old early? No, that's crazy. Are you blonde? Because if you're like, he has brown hair. Shut the fuck up. No. Absolutely not. What the fuck? No. For black hair is different. If you're blonde, sure, you can go like a little bit crazy. You can go a little bit early. But there is no way. What the fuck? Are you telling me you think this guy is 34? You think to the 24? Nah, it's crazy. I have brunette hair. I forgot my first hair when I was 14. You guys are fucking crazy. 14? That's medication stuff. Nobody gets gray hair at 14, guys. You guys are fucking with me, aren't you? Happened to me too. It's a condition based with poor mental health. It doesn't get to this level though. No, guys. I'm not talking about a strand of gray hair. I'm talking about gray hair. Like visible gray hair. I'm not talking about getting one strand of gray hair. I'm talking about having gray hair. Gray hair. Like this type of gray hair. Like I've gotten one strand of gray hair before. You know, like I've said, like I've gotten a strand of gray hair. This is visible gray hair. No. You guys are crazy. You guys are actually crazy if you think this is like, yeah, this is normal at 24. No. I think it was, first one started in my mid-20s by having singular gray hairs to be notable thing when starting in my 30s. No, yeah, but like, even like singular straight hairs, I've gotten one strand of gray hair. That's one thing. I'm talking about having like visible tufts of gray hair like this. I'm talking about hair like this, guys. I'm not talking about, you know, I'm not talking about like getting a strand of gray hair. This could be lying about his age. Is Emma Flip? No, I don't think he's lying. I think the author is like 16. I think the author, there's no fucking, it's fucking with me. I'm sorry. I know that I stopped reading the novel, but this is fucking with me so much. This guy is not 24. I'm losing my mind, dude. What do you mean? 24? Yeah, and I'm 16, by the way. If this guy is 24, I'm 16. You know what I mean? That's, you're fucking with me. Shave the beard, it pisses me off, and now the age. That's too many. That's strike two. That's strike two. Okay. Shaving him off, personal offense. Okay? Personal offense. I'm kind of mad. 24? What? What? I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind, dude. This is why hair dye was invented. By that logic, I'm 12. What the fuck you mean he's 24? What the fuck you mean? Make him 30, please. Please, I'm begging you. I am begging you. Make him 30, okay? If you make him 30 and he has gray hair like that, that's a lot more believable, first of all. That's a lot more believable if he has like gray tufts of hair at 30. It's gonna be like, all right, I guess he's starting early. You know, if you're really stressed out. 24, you'd be bold. If you're really stressed out and eating bad at 24, you would be bold before you have gray hair. At 30, it's stretching, but I could see it.
In my family. For my mom, that was at 25. For me, 35.
But like having tough hairs like that? Are you talking about like tough strands of hair? Like, are you talking about like a strand of hair? Make him 30. Make him 30. Because you know, he has like the age lines. You know what I mean? Like you could like say like, ah, it's starting early. I'm not that old. I'm only 30. And make the MC like 24 or whatever. You know? Maybe your body stopped creating melanin because it hates. By that logic, I'm a zygote. Tufts at 25, she rocked it. Although it's still just strands though. No, it's not tufts like that.
This is my head right now. Septième, huitième, neuvième. How can he be Renty Quart?
Okay, here. Gray hair at 24. Images. Okay? There you go. Gray hair at 24. Look. And this is like on women, by the way. This is not on men. Let me put men. Gray hairs at 24. This is like really extreme cases. Look, my hair's going gray at 32. This is 32, by the way. This is 24. You know, I'm only 25 actually. He's even older. And you can see he has some strands that is lighter. You know what I mean? Like, even then, even in this case, you can see like it's still like some strands and maybe like a little bit on the side, but still not this. You know what I mean? Like this is 25. This is not 25. That's not 20. Like, you're just fucking lying. Like, yeah, these guys are not 24. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? That's yeah, this guy is 24, by the way. Yeah, fuck you. 24 on each leg. Yeah, sure. Nah. That's crazy. That is crazy. Unfortunately, definitely rooted. Woman at 30 are hags. Guess I'll start writing tonight. No. The fuck? Absolutely not. You crazy? I've decided if my case goes extreme, I'll have to go in the Storm's hairstyle direction from X-Men 3. How did TTS say the French words right, but not the number 24? Fuck me if I know. Yeah, dude. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind over this novel. Alright, anyway. Let's continue on. Talk about the painting you mentioned. You meant to find that painting you were looking for so much? No, I'm still looking for it. You're going to tell me what that painting is about? When I have it, I'll show it to you personally. Is it by some famous painter? He shook his head slightly. It's a work by a little-known painter. His work barely survived the time. As far as I know, only a few pieces remain in private collections that I haven't been able to find yet. He mainly painted during the interwar period, and a very particular way of using light. He also had the habit of hiding small details in the shadows. Objects, figures, things you wouldn't notice unless you
Starlight Line says maybe he was 34, and the beard actually did magically take 10 years off.
Yeah. Small cult was always hidden in him. It was a side that I found adorable. Though he talked about something that was so obvious, it is obviously his passion. Art, cinema, culture. He has such an extensive knowledge in those areas. It was hard to keep up even for a geisha with vast knowledge. He sighed. I've been searching for about 10 months. You're very tenacious. Art is the only pleasure in my life that I refuse to give up. He looked at me in the eyes. I just need that painting to complete my little collection. Now I'm curious about your collection. Someday I'll show it to you. It's my pride. I would love to see it. When I finish my business trip, you'll surely see it. Food is ready. Mako's singing voice interrupted us. Mako brought us several plates, kettling in the drinks with great agility. While he was putting plates away, I paid more attention to him, now that I noticed that he had certain resemblance to Hikaru in terms of jaw and eyes. It was like a more youthful and gentle version of Hikaru. Thank you, Mako. You're so welcome. Talk with more respect, she's older than you. Oh, don't mind, Sir Hikaru. I'm not that old anyway. At the comment, Mako stuck out his tongue to Hikaru. Little. Mako laughed mischievously as he got back behind the counter, like it would save him from Hikaru. I wasn't thinking to see Hikaru getting riled up. My gaze dropped to his plate. After I felt like I was starting to salivate.
Gilgalad says, all right, it's getting on the counter. Number of games that broke Kin 3.
That's crazy though. Like, am I not justified though? Is this crash out not justified though? Like, I'm sorry. Am I not justified though? You know? I'm sorry. Am I wrong? Am I not justified? To be saying, oh yeah, this guy is 16, by the way, 24. I was already eager to hear the satisfying crunch of the shrimp would make when I sank my teeth into it. Trying to resist the temptation to eat, my gaze turned to Hikaru's plate instead. It was a dish I've never seen before. Svurtska Siliha. Vurtska Siliha. It's a pork with spices. A typical dish from my mother's homeland. He cut a piece and handed it to me. Justified, but still counts. I guess. Anyway, I accepted while muttering a little thank you, although after a few seconds I felt embarrassed by my enthusiasm. I looked at the pork piece. It was juicy with a pretty golden brown, and took a bite. An explosion of flavors burst in my mouth. The pork and the sour taste of the pickle had made a smooth and delicious mix. But then came the burn. It was light at first, brushing my tongue, caressing, or starting to intensify in my throat after swallowing. The gentle flavor from before was replaced by flames. The heat increased and my eyes started to water from the spiciness. Mr. Hikaru looked at me with one eyebrow raised. You don't seem very tolerant to spice. I started coughing lightly. How could it be this spicy? Was I really that intolerant to spicy food? I reached out for my hand for the water. Hikaru, water, please.
Crescenti says it's no Connect 4 though.
Oh yeah, but like, fuck that game. Was about to give me a glass of water, stopped. I blinked confused. You called me Hikaru. Yes? He pulled back, keeping me from reaching the water. I like it when you call me without the mister in front. For what? He smiled mockingly. I'll give it to you if you call me that from now on. How could he be so childish? Was he teasing me? I tried to stay calm, although the burning feeling that had made my heat run through the whole body, the uncomfortable kimono, was difficult. Yes, Hikaru. Hikaru smiled satisfied like a damn yokai, and then handed me the water. I took a long sip, and then the water felt like heaven. I could cross the Sanzu River and come back. He rested his elbow on the table and watched me amused. If you're known for a little bit of spice, you could call... If I had known for that little bit of spice, you could stop calling me sir. I would have done it much earlier. He was definitely mocking me. Almost the rest of the night went by normally. After eating, we drank a little sake, and I realized he had an extraordinary tolerance. Thanks to my father, he said. As time went by, more relaxed and loose words came out of my mouth without me realizing. Sometimes I would even joke too much or say something that would make my etiquette teacher faint. Got to a point where I even forgot I was on a date with a client. Didn't know if this was because the bar's atmosphere or Hikaru seemed to have loosened up a bit more too. The two of us have fallen silent of surprising long conversation about the history of the sake, both enjoying the melodic jazz in the background. I'll pay you to make a game, you hide around and collect Connect 4. Need a break? I'll be right back sooner. You know how loose he gets, it's not worth it. I don't care how loose he gets, it's not worth it anymore. I mean, I'm still piping. But like, that's crazy. Could be the type of person who would drive any chef crazy if he decided to be a food critic. But the moment of peace was interrupted by some voices. Turning my head slightly, there was a couple at the next table. They seemed to be having an argument that was escalating. I've told you it's not what you think. Then what is it? The man pointed accusingly at the phone screen he was holding. I don't have to explain anything I do to you. That would have been before. But after what you did, you expect me to just trust you? The girl pressed her lips together, her eyes full of helplessness. For a moment, our gazes met. Quickly averted her eyes. Don't want to argue here. No, sort it out here and now. The boy's tone kept getting louder. The girl seemed increasingly uncomfortable. Please lower your voice. We're in a public place. Don't tell me what to do. When you're afraid they'll see you for who you really are. Slammed the table in a rage, making the girl flinch in her seat. I stood almost on impulse, but he could grab my wrist. What are you going to do? I looked at him almost incredulous at the question. Intervene? It's none of your business. Can't you see the girl's getting scared? I don't see it, they're just arguing, right? It's normal between couples. I was left speechless. I looked back at the girl, though she seemed to be trying to stay strong. Her watering eyes betrayed her. Then looked at Hikaru again. In his gaze, I didn't see malice or fear getting involved in someone else's business. Instead, it was confusion. Confusion if he didn't understand why he was so upset about something that wasn't our concern. As if he couldn't understand it. No? Hey, Shiny! The argument ended shortly after. Didn't know what happened between them, but the girl ended up getting up and leaving alone. The man stayed seated. Shortly after that, we left too, saying goodbye to Mako. There were people everywhere. Groups of young people walking in both directions. Workers returning from their jobs, families. Nothing unusual considering it was rush hour from nightlife. To get to the car, we had to pass through the huge crowd. I tried to move forward, but someone came in front of me and made me stop. Suddenly, Hikaru grabbed my arm and gently pulled me closer. But instead of letting go, he slid his hand down my lower back. Follow me. We don't want the crowd to swallow you up, he said. He started making his way through the people. Even with layers of the kimono, I still felt his cold hand passing through me. The car parked in front of the Yakuza in Hikaru. The ride was uncomfortable. I kept thinking about what happened at the bar. I didn't know whether to feel angry or frustrated with him. I sighed to myself as the night wind messed up my hair. He could also get out of the car. Thanks, didn't I? Gave out a small smile. Not as he took the cigarette pack. We looked at each other in silence. The blue eyes were darker than ever, darker than the sky above us. Good night, Hikaru. Gave him a small bow as a farewell and started heading back. I don't understand many things. The sharp voice went straight through my bones. I didn't turn around, but I kept listening. Things that are obvious to others. Good night, Roa. Thank you for playing the demo. See ya. Ah, and that's the wrap up. Ah, that was a fun little game though. Ah, that was a nice though. That was nice. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Anyway, go play it. It's Geisha. You can find it by Megumi. Here it is. Here's the socials as well if you want to follow. They have Tumblr? No Twitter though? Yeah, let me pull up the link tree. They have Twitter? Maybe they have Twitter. TikTok. Here you go. I guess Tumblr is the one they use the most. Here it is. Little Meggy Boo. Here it is. I'll give him a follow if you haven't already. And yeah, that is it though. What do you guys think of it? What do you guys think of the game so far? I quite enjoyed it. I think it is a very fun little game. You know my thoughts. You know, if I would suggest, educated of course. Don't be mean to the guy or girl, whatever gender they prefer. But don't be mean to the author. But I will say, if I had a suggestion to make, 2 suggestions. First of all, don't shave him. We give him an option to say like, hey, I really love your beard, so you don't shave. Or B, make him 30. Make him 30. Don't make him 24. 24 is crazy. I'm sorry.
Aris
Your crash out
Gilgalad
was
says,
funny though.
remember YouTube, gang? Leave a like and comment. Also, hype every video you get the option for.
Please
For
do,
now,
please do,
only
please do.
works on mobile.
Yes. If you're on YouTube, please support me. Hype the video as well. It's very important. Genuinely. Every time you see, there's a little number every time, because hypes only works 7 days when a video or stream is posted, and you can see a little number. Every time that like people forget or like something like that happens, the numbers always go down. It's genuinely free, but it helps so much. So if you're watching this on Twitch and you want to hop on YouTube just to hype it, or if you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget. Leave in a comment. Sure, if you want to leave a comment, I always reply as well. If you want to leave a nice comment or want to talk to me, but leaving a like and hyping genuinely, if you can, if you enjoy the stream, please do. It is very much important. Like, I wouldn't be saying this. Like, sure, donations are nice and all if you want to subscribe. There's memberships, there's Twitch, but there's Patreon as well if you want like more early access content with Patreon. But unironically, the hyping on the video and the likes genuinely help out. Anyway, hey Toga, how you doing as well? Glad to have you. Went from a 10 out of 10 to a 5 for me. No. I would say it went from a 10 out of 10 and then went to an 8. I will take a point from shaving the beard, and I will take a point from making him 24. I'm so mad. This guy is 6 years younger than me. Like, I'm sorry. What? What are we talking about? I don't dye my hair. I don't like. You're crazy. You're crazy. You are insane. Like, I'm sorry. Anyway. Game is a game, kid. I know. 5.5 or something? Nah, you guys are too mean. You guys are too mean. You guys are too mean. But you advertise the game as like, dude. You walk on this like front line, all right? And you see this. You telling me you're not baiting your audience with like sexy old men? And you're like, oh yeah, he's 16, by the way. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway. Anywho, let him be 30. I will accept 30. I will accept 30, okay? Maybe the author is 21. Maybe the author is like 21 and they're like, you know, like, oh yeah, 24 is so old, by the way. 16. You're crazy. You're actually crazy.
Starlight Line says technically the character design failed by not conveying the character's age properly.
Nah, that character design looks... I would not change the character design. I would not change the character design. I would just... Listen. You have peak character design. Let me just make a suggestion. Make him 30. You know? Anyway. Anyhow. Yeah. Especially because, like, this audience wants old man. Like, look at this guy. You know what I mean? Anyhow. You want to do around the... Actually, let me get something to eat first. Do we have my... Is my phone here? Let me check. I think my phone is... Yeah, I was putting it to charge. Let me get something to eat as well. It is Friday, so... You know what I mean? Can I share my Discord? You mean the one that made me bald? I did tell you to send it on memes, though. Oh. Beautiful. Hey, no AI, though. I could rock it. I could rock a bald head, I think. I think I could rock a bald head, you know? If push comes to shove, I think I could rock a bald head. You know? Thank you for the meme. Burn it with fire, bold. My eyes. No AI, just hard work. I can respect that. I can respect that. You know? I can respect the art of Photoshop Jitsu. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Especially because now Affinity is free, right? Like, I used to understand if, like, before, like, Photoshop was free, and like, oh, you know, I don't want to buy it. I don't want to use, like, a pirated software. Like, if you want to do it, like, just use Affinity. I don't even know why people use Canva. Affinity is just Photoshop with all the tools of a Photoshop, Illustrator, and combined into one. This software is awesome. I use Affinity for everything, and I have bought the previous versions of Affinity in Photo, and I used to have Photoshop. This stuff is exactly just as good, if not better. Straight up. And no AI slop. There's like local models, but those are just like object identification. It's not generative AI, right? Straight up, I use Affinity all the time, and I really think people, if you need Photoshop, you should use Affinity. YouTube chat says Discord link is broken. It shouldn't be, no. What link are we talking about that is broken? It's gonna be really helpful for the next bald versions.
Isco Glad says, Kin, YouTube chat says the Discord link is broken.
Well, which one? What do you get when he makes a B? A big? A big. The big. Can we play around that game? Guessing game again? Of course. You want to do around the game though? Yes, of course. Let's do it. Let's play around the game though. What is this? It's kind of giving horror-ish. What do we say is this? It's kind of giving horror, isn't it? Is this Blueprints? Blueprints, maybe? No, not Blueprints. Plague Inc? No, this is not Plague Inc. No, this is not Plague Inc. I don't think so. It's a game I never heard of. Little Nightmares? I don't think it's Little Nightmares either. What do you say, chat? Alright, I tried my suggestion. I tried my guess. You have your. We have, but when we play these games, I get one, you get one, I get one, you get one, right? Oh, you mean that Nightbot link? That might be broken, yeah. You don't use the Nightbot link. Use the one in the description of the YouTube video. That one worked for me. Don't use the Nightbot one. Yeah, I need to fix Nightbot. Nightbot is not the bot that I want to use. It's Deltarune. Shut up, chat. This is not Deltarune. Shut up, chat. Is it? Deltarune. No, it's not Deltarune. It has like a little bit of a... You see how there's like a... you see how there's like a thing here? Like stars? Is this Starfield? No, it's a... See, I told you it was... no, I thought it was horror. Never mind. It's like a SWAT. Kind of like... It's like an army. XCOM. Oh, XCOM. It could be XCOM. Oh, it is XCOM. Okay, it's XCOM. Oh, yeah. I should have known XCOM. UFO defense, maybe? Question mark? Okay, never mind. Squad on enemy unknown. There you go. Yeah, XCOM, dude. This game is... I remember, at least when I played it as a kid, it was like hard as fuck. It was like a strategy game. XCOM. Yeah, I should have guessed that one. That's a pretty traditional game. What is this? Is this? Wait. Is this Dishonored? No, not Dishonored. Assassins? Not Assassins. Thief? Not Thief either. Okay, not Dishonored, not Assassins, not Thief. I don't know which one is this then. What is this? It's just a house. Black Mirror? Could it be that there's that one game from the PS4 that was like a time travel, time stop game? Although these kinds of things could also be like a zombie horror apocalypse game. Because of the iron fence, it could be something like that. I'm thinking Civ, but it's not. No, this is definitely not Civ. This is definitely not Civ. I'm thinking like a zombie game. Resident Evil, maybe? Maybe. No, it's not Resident Evil either. No, Resident Evil. Did we rule off Dishonored? Yes, we ruled off Dishonored. I thought about that too. Is this Call of Duty Zombies? Maybe? No. Don't think so. The Red Dot? Gears of War? Oh, the little thingy! Oh, the little thingy! Concept art! Ah, that was hard as... Did you find out only because of that little dot on the side? Because that's just like a house. That's just straight up a house. And you only found out because of the little red dot on the side. That's crazy. Crazy work. Oh, this is old. Okay, this is PS2, I think. What is this? This is Chris Redfield. No. Posto guy, maybe? No. It's a very old game. It's a very old game. Hillbilly. He's not Postal Guy? What's the name of the Postal Guy again? Yeah, it's kind of hillbilly. Who the fuck holds a gun like that? I think it's because it's an old game, so it's kind of like a weird render. Tomb Raider? This is not Tomb Raider, you crazy? Hillbilly? No, okay. It's gotta give it like a hillbilly type. Is it GTA? San Andreas, maybe? I'm not good at this. It's not GTA. I'm lost. Let me see another. Oh, I know what this is. It's mouthwashing. Ah, what's his name? Ah, what's his name of the mouthwashing guy? It's mouthwashing. It's mouthwashing. This is mouthwashing. 1000% mouthwashing. Ah, what's his name? Yeah, I was tripped by the low polyness, but this is intentional low polying. It's not mouthwashing, it's too clean. Are you sure this is not mouthwashing? Are you sure? Curly? Are you sure this is not mouthwashing? No, it's not. Wait, what? The fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? James Earl Carl. Manhunt. Oh, that one PS2 game. Who the fuck remembers that? Yeah, I figured it was like old school because of the render, but like Manhunt. Man, talk about a wild ride. This is one of the PS2 games that never left the PS2. This game was so controversial when it came out. I never played this game. My mom didn't let me when I was younger. It was too violent. GTA was the most she played, and I think she banned me from GTA until I was like 14. I was still playing, but you know, she wouldn't let me. But yeah, I didn't play Manhunt though. It was too violent. My mom didn't give me. Unfortunate. Ghost mining vegetables leaderboard. Ghost mining? What? Ghost mining vegetables leaderboard. Ghost. Ghost vegetables? I remember there was some controversy. Don't starve together. Oh, don't starve. Yeah. No, don't starve together. Not don't starve. Underground, never-ending, high-score dirt layers. Vegetables mining ghost. Never-ending. It's not Minecraft. There's no ghosts in Minecraft, guys. Leaderboard. Is this a roguelike? Could be a roguelike. Phasmophobia? No. There's no underground never-ending. Dirt layers as well. Does Terraria have ghosts? Binding of Isaac? I don't think it's Minecraft, guys. No farming in Terraria. But they didn't say farming, they said mining. But leaderboard though, there's no leaderboard in Terraria, is it? Is it Terraria? Maze carving, fallen rocks, limited lives, CGA graphics? CGA graphics. Every game is computer graphics. Fuck you mean CGA? CGA graphics? Is this what I think it means? CGA graphics. Games. Color graphics adapter. It could be like, oh, is it really old school? Is it like those like 80s that needed like a graphics card from the 80s? Maybe. Spelunky? I don't think it is. Because Spelunky doesn't have a leaderboard, though. Yeah, no. Rock crushing, enemy bursting, tunnel creation, inflating enemies? Dig Dug? Dig Dug? The fuck is Dig Dug? Oh, 80s. Yeah, I clocked it on the computer graphics card. Dig Dug. What is this game? This was not a game that existed in Brazil. Dig Dug. Yeah, 80s arcade game. Would you look at that? Interesting. Dig Dug. The Hikaru. Chad is showing his age. Chad is showing his age. It's okay. We're all old here. But yeah, we didn't have this one in Brazil. We didn't have this one in Brazil. This was when video games were really hard to run. This was back in the Neo Geo days. And you just had fliperamas and they were like huge boards for like games. And yeah. Let's do Fortnite. Fortnite is the gimme. Alright. See Fortnite. Oh? Older game than 2017? Not Unreal? Alright. Let's do Call of Duty. The first one. Aha! It's a shooter multiplayer. First person. Oh yeah. See? Okay, so it's a 2010, 27. So it's a 2010 game. Shooter, single and multi. Okay. Battlefield? Portal? No, Portal is not a shooter. Just shooter. Portal has other categories as well. It's just a shooter, specifically a shooter McShooty game. Shooter McShooty game. What's a shooter McShooty game? But it's yeah, Portal is a shooter game, but it's also a puzzle game. Yeah, this one is specifically just a shooter game. Yeah. Try Overwatch, give him better date range. I'm gonna actually try Battlefield. I'd actually try Battlefield 4. Oh, 2013. Okay, 2013. So it's close to 2013. All right. But it's just first person. 2008 to 2012. Counter-Strike? When was CSGO launched? Far Cry? Oh, could be Far Cry. Could be Far Cry, like the third was 2016, so this is Far Cry 2. Oh, let's go, chat! Chat coming in clutch. All right, PS3, Xbox days with a PC port, but it's just shooter from 2010, 11, or 12. 9, 10, 12. But it's not the same franchise, so it's not Far Cry. But that was a great guess, guys. Okay, so it's a shooter from the PS3 era. Just shooter. No puzzle, no adventure, just shooter. It's a shooter McShootery game. But it's not Battlefield, it's not Call of Duty. Fear? Could be. Like Fear, just Fear. Chat, you and me, we're gamers. We are so gamers. We are so gamers, guys. Fear 2, yeah. It's one of those games. Eris, my hero. Eris was a big PS3 girl, wasn't she? Hell yeah. First person, shooter McShootery from horror, science fiction, and suspense on the PS3 games. Never. Yeah, Fear and Fear. What's his name? Fear, Black, and this one that we guessed. What's his name? This one, the Manhunt. These games never left their own generations. So it's this one stayed at PS3, Xbox, never got ported. The Manhunt never left the PS2. Black never had the PS2 as well. It's just, yeah. It was actually a pretty good game, I remember. I remember this one game being pretty scary. You were kind of like a cop, but it was like kind of like horror sci-fi, I believe. Yeah, if I remember correctly, right? You was like a SWAT team or something? Anyway. Anyway, we're gonna be wrapping up here, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys had a lovely time as well. I will be wrapping up. I will see you guys. Take a good one. Like the video, hype the stream, share if you can, you know. And I will be voila. I will be lefting now. Thank you so much for coming. If you're watching this all the way until the end, it is my pleasure having you here. It makes me so much joy. It brings me so much joy to have you all in my life. Please keep supporting me.
Ernest Gilgalad
will
says
you
now
guys
you've gotten your vault pills. Remember to take them.
I already taken it. Yes, I taken it before the stream. Thank you very much for the reminder. Please keep reminding me. I always forget. Take care. Have a lovely time. And bye-bye.